Hey guys, Tbull here. Today we're checking out the Yugumo, Tier 8 Japanese destroyer. This is Space Fishy. He was part of the outer space thing. I don't think these commanders are actually available for this anniversary. I think this is the one group of commanders that aren't. Anyway, you can see here we got a game North Domination mode and the ship unmodded as of playing this. Now we got the hull upgraded after this game because this game is a high scoring game and there's plenty of credits and XP to go around. Okay, so we're on the sea side. We got two battleships. What are we going to do? What are we not going to do? Those are the first things we want to talk about. Well, we're not going to go on the east side of the map. There's no caps over there. And there's very few angles that we can actually shoot into sea. So we have no influence on any cap if we go to the east side of the map. We rule that out immediately. What else don't we do? Well, we don't go to B. We don't go to A. We spawn on C. Come on. We're going to play over here. We're down a destroyer. A little bit crazy these days with the destroyer mismatch. Hopefully that'll be fixed overall. I'm not a big advocate of perfectly balanced matchmaking, but when the destroyers are lopsided, it's a little bit of a problem, and that's kind of the norm these days. So I don't know what's going on. I think it's probably the altered matchmaking due to the presence of a new tier with low population. So we'll see what's going on. Anyway, we're moving into sea here. We got a Kansas. Now are we trying to torp Kansas? Sure, we'll launch at him, but the odds of him sailing forward for the next 30 seconds, low. The reason we take that line is because there's likely a destroyer lined up in front of him, and he may or may not be going straight for the cap. Another good aim point, you can see the Udachi. If we're on the sea cap here, aiming to the far side towards that village is actually probably more profitable because the ships, especially on the south side, like to hug that. But a lot of times the destroyers, doesn't matter the spawn, they try and get into that eastern side on the other side of the island, and they want to disengage there. Look at this. We take them out right off the bat. All right, so good job with the teammates piling on there. We get them as well. Go ahead and fire there, hoping the smoke would puff out here, but we get just a tiny little bit there. So we need to move forward. Want to get this base. Want to drive the Kansas off. We want to discourage him from moving in. So we got him on fire. Sure. We got some torpedoes coming up here in about 15 seconds. He's going to be starting to question his decision making. Maybe he comes in. If he does, maybe we'll get some torps on him, maybe not. But we do want to get this base. All right, this is our job as the destroyer. We are the scoring pieces of the team, right? So we need to be getting on these caps, getting the bases as quickly as possible. Kansas looks like he's slamming on the brakes. He's probably like, okay, this is not good. A lot of guys shooting at us. So we aim basically at him and then a little bit behind him, and we'll see what sort of results we get. But we'll go ahead and continue to shoot. And this is a good example of the damage that the Japanese destroyer guns can do. Yeah, they're slow reloading, but typically per hit, they're pretty juicy. So damage per minute wise, if you do the charts, they're not going to be the top of the pack, but individual shots big. So we want to be using these guns when applicable. Kansas. Oh my god, we got fires, we got floods. Okay, didn't get the kill there, but we got plenty of damage, and more importantly, the ship is off the board. Check this out. Hipper. One cruiser per team here, at least on the red team, and it's a Hipper. Hipper is a very, very dangerous ship for destroyers. If it gets you within its sonar web, which I think is 5.4 kilometers, 5.5, whatever, 5.5 roughly. Once you get in there, he's probably faster than you, especially as a Japanese destroyer, and he can basically permanently keep you lit for the duration of the sonar. So we do not want German cruisers ever getting near us. And in fact, it's a good rule of thumb as a destroyer player. You don't want destroyers getting near you, period. All right, so we're going to be keeping, we'll ping him, we'll keep him on our radar here and keep an eye on what he's doing. Torpedoes at the Republic. He's not quite broadside here, but he's flashing a little bit of 45-degree angle side. Maybe we'll get a hit, maybe not. But torps away, and boom, down he goes. All right, so what are we going to do here? We got C under our control. We got a guy that went all the way around the east. He hasn't fired a shot in the first 4 minutes, but he's coming around now, finally becoming relevant, and he's going to start firing at the Hipper. All right, so this side, for all intents and purposes, is resolved. Now, do we want to stay here? Do we want to keep taking shots at a Hipper? No, we're the scoring piece of the team. Oh my god, the other destroyer is dead. So our responsibility now is to get B. We already got one flank, and in domination mode, when it's a three cap setup, we need to capture one flank and then capture the middle and then hold the middle from a counter push from the other side of the map. They already captured A, you can see that. So we need to move into B as quickly as possible. We're going to take some shots at the Summers. Hopefully we can get them. Maybe not. But we need to get on to B and flip that cap as quickly as possible. That's basically our objective as a destroyer. Once we've done that, okay, then we got some decisions to make. But that's a winning play. All right, when we're out generating the points in the background from the enemy team, now they're going to have a tough time catching up on the score. And the longer that goes on, the more likely we are to force them to have to kill everyone on our team to win the game. And that's very hard to do. That's a 50-50 shot at best going into the match. And as the match develops, you know, we're getting a ship lead here, doubling them up on ships removed. Well, that becomes more and more difficult. So we want to quickly eliminate this 2v1 scoring that Red's generating here, put it into our favor, and then we're basically going to be playing defense, and we can really lean into this Japanese destroyer. Let's torp everything that comes our way playstyle that a lot of Japanese destroyer players love, and I get it, because that's what they're really good at, right? We're some of the best torpedoes in the game. That's certainly the strength of these Japanese destroyers, but it's not necessarily what we want to be doing strategically throughout the match. All right, Summer's running. Why aren't you shooting your guns? I don't know. He's out of his smoke. He's on the loose. Might as well get a little bit of damage. You know, shoot me, get some resets, see what you can do. Nevertheless, he goes down. That's the third kill. Oof, we get a little bit of a shot there, but we already captured the base. Glorious. All right, there's some torps from the Summers. They ain't coming towards us. Just going to make sure we turn out here so we don't get clipped by those. And now, you know, we got options. We can either push into A. Well, that's going to be tough to do because we got a bunch of red ships between us and getting onto A. Or we can go into base defense mode, right? Once again, we captured the flank. C, that's not under any remote sort of threat. They can't get that base. It'd be amazing if they got that between now and the end of the game. But if we can control B, then we maintain that scoring lead. So we got Vanguard and we got Grober Curvers. All right, so these are juicy targets for Japanese destroyers. We already got plenty of damage. We got 66,000. We got 3 kills, 2 bases. So it's already a pretty good game here in terms of score. We'll be doing all right. But if we can start piling on some torpedo hits with these guys, then we're going to rack up some damage. So this is the time to start torpedoing battleships, right? We've established a winning position. We got the 2 caps. We were instrumental in both of them. We captured both of those bases. And now we're defending. Okay, we don't immediately go into torping battleship mode from the start of the match. We need to get rid of those destroyers. We need to establish a scoring lead by capturing the bases. And then we do what we were born to do. Torp these guys. All right, so make sure, you know, Japanese destroyer players, you get a bad rap. And a lot of times it's deservedly so, because you're not really trying to win the game by torping these guys. These guys aren't affecting the game. You can see they've already lost the game for all intents and purposes, barring massive negligence from the blue team. So if we didn't do what we already have done, then we weren't really going to contribute. You understand what I'm saying? Torping these guys, setting them on fire, doing whatever we're doing. Nice ways to add on to the score at this point in time. But we've already done what we needed to do to win the game. All right, so we got some torps on the Vanguard. One of them basically on the indicator, one of them towards where he would be turning in, right to the right side of that indicator. If he says, okay, there's a smoke cloud, and see he's turning in there. The guy's shooting at me, he keeps setting me on fire. Well, I'm going to turn in. All right, so you can see that far right torp might hit him, might not. But that's the idea of that spread. All right, if we're going to aim on the indicator, that means he's going where he's going, and then one to the right will hopefully clip him if he turns in. Check this out. Sumner, you're in trouble here. Boom, down he goes. And it occurs to me very quickly, okay, we got a double on the line here. Check this out. Little John, what do you got to say? What? What? Okay. Thank you, Little John. Little John's appearance in the studio brought to you by Bull Bites. Bull Bites bite into the bowl. more bull bites. Yeah, keep them coming now. All right, Grover's in trouble here. We are up on the reload, and it's coming up quick. And we got the broadside. We're going out through the smoke. Smoke's about to dissipate anyways. Grover, tough to turn out. He's either going to turn in or out. We gamble on him turning out. But either way, this is going to be a serious problem for him. And boom, 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 boom. There's the 6th kill there. So that's a look at the Yugumo for you guys. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, please hit the thumbs up. New to the channel, consider subscribing. Lots of World of Warships coming for you all the time. Questions, comments, leave them below. Love to hear from you guys, and we'll see y'all later. Peace.